Why am I resistant to taking an honest look at what I need to be doing? What blind spots do I have? It's always amazing to see somebody at the top of their game, just crushing it, doing well. Over the last few weeks, I've gone to a few shows. I saw a comedian at the Wynn Hotel. It was fantastic. I saw a performance of Joshua Bell with another cellist and a pianist. The music was the most amazing thing in my entire life that I have ever heard. They were just in the moment. They were creating this amazing music. It was magical, for lack of a better word, just incredible. I also went and saw last night an artist named Grace Kelly over at the Smith Center, and it was also amazing. And I'd like to ask the question, what is it when we think about somebody who is performing at the top of their game? They're just doing so great, they're present. What is in common with all of these really high achievers and top performers? What is it they have in common? Now, we might say, well, Keith, I think they all really worked and practiced hard. And I would agree they did. We also might think, well, they have some natural abilities. That may or may not be true. I don't know all their backstories, but it's possible they have some gifts and skills in certain areas. Another element may be they just work really hard and they just consistently practice their game and their skills. And that could be true too. But the thing I noticed about all three of those, Seth Meyers, Joshua Bell and his two companions, and also with Grace Kelly, was that they were present. When they were presenting, they were just on fire. And it was just amazing. Now, some people have called that the zone or flow state. And I'm working with a life coach right now. And that life coach asked me a very hard question 2 days ago. And that question, let's see, it's Friday. So I guess it was yesterday. He asked me a hard question yesterday, and that was, what is it that you could start doing now that you're currently not doing that would help you get to Keith 3.0, which is what I'm working on right now in my lifespan, trying to get to that next level of reinventing myself once again. And I thought, oh, there's a little resistance here. You're asking me hard questions. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I've got my plans laid out and making progress. But he challenged me and said, what do you need to do now to take it to the next level or to do better? And I was resistant. I'll just tell you that. I had to look at that like, why am I resisting this? It's for my own benefit. And I thought, you and I, as we go through these videos and the success series and all the rest, there's probably some resistance. Like if I talk about an idea and there's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I hate that idea. Well, let's think about why that is. And I'm thinking about that myself from yesterday. It's like, why am I resistant to taking an honest look at what I need to be doing? What blind spots do I have? Or I need to improve? Because that's how we can get better and better. So I identified my blind spot. I'd like to share it with you. And it is about flow state. Like right now, I'm in flow state. I'm in the zone right now, talking with you. It's what I love to do. I have a message, and I'm glad that you're watching. So, by the way, thanks for being here. But a lot of times, I'm not in the flow state. And so what I am going to work on and share with you my journey through doing is, how do I get from just, I'll call it couch potato mode, where I'm just not feeling like doing anything, and getting into flow state and staying there. Because once a person is in flow state, which is, they're focused, they don't let distractions interrupt them, they're doing something that they're competent with. Like you watch a real person who's really good at gaming, like video games, man, they are in the zone. Now, if we can take that same kind of emotion and logic and focus and put it to other things that we also want to accomplish, it's amazing. So my challenge for myself is, how do I get quicker into zone state or into the flow state and stay there without disruptions? And if I can do that, or not if, as I learn to do that better and better, get into the flow state faster and into the zone, the more I will be able to accomplish. And guess what? The more we will be able to accomplish. So I have a few tests that I'm going to be doing on myself to see if I can shorten the window between couch, I'm going to call it couch potato, because that's what, if I'm not doing anything productive or meaningful, I'm just sitting there wishing I was doing something. So how can we shorten that time from couch potato into flow state or zone to really attack our goals? And so all the techniques we've talked about in these videos together are really important, including writing out our priorities, identifying the next immediate tasks. In fact, let me show you real quick right here. I had a really interesting week this past 7 or 8 days, and I had some real stumbling blocks. And as those came up, I thought to myself, let me watch my own videos because I have measurable things that I can do to make this day not a total loss. So what I did was, the first thing is I reprioritize I write out everything that needs to be done. I categorize them on the video and prioritization. And then I said to myself on one of those days, I'm just gonna tackle one of my level 6 priorities, which is a combination of high level, short-term urgency and long-range importance. And I'm not gonna kick myself in the butt. I'm just gonna go ahead and do at least one of these today and then move forward. And tomorrow's a new day. And I did. And so taking the steps of writing out what we have to do and then focusing on our highest level priorities as opposed to something that's lower priority actually works. The other thing I will share with you is I have some blind spots. In the past, I've had blind spots, and I'm sure I still have. I'm eager to discover what those are, even if there's some pain. So one of my blind spots in the past has been eating. Now you might think, Keith, you don't look like you have an eating problem. Well, I do. And here's my problem. My problem was, like how I phrase that, is that if I'm eating while I'm watching something, whether it's at the movie theater or the news or TV or HBO or Netflix or whatever it is, if I'm eating, I just lose pace with what I'm eating. So I'll eat, and then I'll go to the fridge or get some more food and eat, and before I know it, I've had 1,000 or 2,000 calories, which, isn't good for me if you're sitting. Also at the movie theaters, if I have popcorn, you get that big tub of popcorn. Well, maybe you don't, and I don't either anymore, but I used to get a tub of popcorn because I'm a value shopper, like $7 for the medium, $8 for the large. So you get the large, and it comes with a free refill. So in the past, I'd be watching the previews and eating almost the whole tub of popcorn. I know, not healthy. And then I would go back, like before the movie started, get a second one. Or sometimes I'd get like a cardboard container. And anyway, so my blind spot was that if I'm eating while I'm watching something, it's going to be not good for me. So I just made a commitment. I'm never, ever going to watch and eat at the same time. I can do water. That's not really no calories, just water. So I'll do water, but no food. And this week, during a rough patch, I had some food. It was a salad. I made a salad for myself at my home, and I thought, I'm just going to watch the news. And I thought to myself, I made a commitment to never do it. And I thought, well, salad, news, 15 minutes, I'm not going to get in trouble. But I said to myself, no, you made a commitment to not eat and watch because that's your blind spot. Make the choice up front and avoid the pain later. And so here's what I did. I didn't turn on the TV. I ate my salad in peace, meaning not watching anything. Ate my salad. Once the salad was done, I watched my 15 minutes of news. And then once that was done, I was proud of myself. For that week, even though I had a lot of rocky roads, I prioritized, I worked on some of my highest priority goals, and I also kept my commitment. Sort of like I heard an author saying, you can commit to things like that. You can commit to things like, I will never rob a bank, ever. Doesn't matter if I need it, doesn't matter if I feel like it. So by finding some blind spots and then having rules in place that we can follow is going to help us improve. So getting to the point of this video is flow state. Over the next couple of videos, I'm going to weave in some techniques that I've been trying out to help myself get from couch potato, which is my words for doing nothing, into a flow state working on our highest priority goals. How do we get there the fastest? How do we stay there? And also the benefits of flow state is that time just goes by. I'm going to extend this video a few moments because I want to share the story with you. I went and saw an opera. It was an opera called 27. And 2 days before, the composer and the person who writes the words for the opera, they did a salon and they talked to us about how they created it. And it was amazing. And this one person who wrote the words, he said he worked for 12 days or maybe it was 2 weeks, 12 hours a day, just from start to finish. And the way that happens is flow state. You get into the zone, you have a mission, you've done your prep work, and you're going to apply it. So I don't know that working 12-hour days for long periods of time is healthy, but I've done 12-hour days for a couple of weeks at a time because not because I have to get this done. It's because hey, I'm loving this. I'm creating this. I'm in the state, and it was great. So last thing I'd like to share with you about the flow state and the zone. If you want to do a Google search or a YouTube search for flow state or zone to get some other ideas, that's great. But this is a plaque that I have by my stairs as I walk up to my office, and it is this. It's prepare like you've never won and perform like you've never lost. And that'll help us as we get ready to actually deliver. And I'm always the underdog. I always consider myself as the underdog. I have to work harder than most people for the same results. I do believe that's true. I also realize that I'm very fortunate. I've had a very fortunate life, a lot of great, lucky successes that have happened for me, and I'm grateful for all of it. My objective for these videos and for our time together is to take you on this authentic journey with me. I'm 55 now as the time of this recording. It seems like I'm getting older every year, which is true, and it's better than the alternative. And I'd like to share with you the real authentic journey that I'm taking with Key 3.0 that you can use. And if you're younger than I am, which most of you are, you can use those techniques early to reach your goals, be satisfied with life, and have a better outcome and a better experience on the planet than you would otherwise. So the purpose of my life is to help people heal, myself and others, to inspire with power and example, to create a better place. Anyway, okay, I'll get off my soapbox, but that's my shtick, and I'm glad that you're here for this video. And I'll see you in the next video or two where I'll talk about some techniques that I've used and I'm testing to help me get us get into the zone faster, stay there longer, to be more productive and more happy about everything in our life. So I'll see you in the next videos as well. So thanks for joining me, and have a great, great day. Here's a little ditty I wrote just for this episode. When is the next video on Flow? Click subscribe and then you'll know.